On second down, Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 4. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
You got nothing. 47 Mike, 47. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 9.
Here's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just...
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good. Ready? One.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Brandon Sheriff, the all-pro guard, called for the penalty there. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st down, Drake. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Now Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down.
They go with Jacobs.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing now is Kaepernick.
He's got it to Gibson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Now Kaepernick again. Thomas brings it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Raiders Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 58 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Jacobs. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Powers through him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and 7. On play action, it's Carr. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Kaepernick. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Kaepernick going to throw. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins. 93. 93.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Escaping. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. It's complete. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses are lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Here's Kaepernick to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And he will find his man Ruggs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was open.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd
down. To throw, Kaepernick. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. It's a pickup of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And the Washington 1st down.
Kaepernick to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. The Washington passing game dialed in. Touchdown! Kene Nwangu with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Raiders 35, Washington 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught at the 26. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Carr going to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play action. Now Kaepernick. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Washington.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas,
they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Washington, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.